While I couldn't really give a toss about the royal family one way or the other, national respect for the institution itself and for the Queen is one of the last acceptable vestiges of British patriotism. I had no problem with the country basically taking half a week off to stage one huge civic-minded party, because God knows the last 2 years have been miserable enough. The usual suspects, however, the same crowd who will deny until they're blue in the face that they hate the country in which they live, got noticeably more tetchy as the Platinum Jubilee approached. The same people in the UK who have been straining at the leash to fly EU flags for years and Ukraine flags for months were suddenly deeply disturbed by the sight of the Union Jack, the flag of their own country. Some even compared it to a North Korean military parade or a Nazi rally in 1930s Berlin. Civic nationalists on the centre-right heralded the Jubilee as proof that Britain is a country where race is no longer a central feature of British national identity. Yet if you looked at pictures of crowds out celebrating the Jubilee, they weren't exactly very diverse. There was a shocking lack of diversity on display in London, where white Brits are now a minority in the capital of England. I haven't seen that many white people gathered in one place in London since Live Aid in 1985. Outside of London, the Jubilee was more warmly embraced in less diverse villages than it was in bigger towns. During a visit to a town on Saturday, I saw almost as many Ukraine flags as I did British. At the start of Jubilee week, residents of Nelson, Lancashire, were expecting to see the Union flag flying over the town hall, only instead to see the Palestinian flag hoisted high. The town has a Muslim population of 37%, and the person responsible for the decision to fly the Palestinian flag is Labour group leader Mohammed Iqbal. What was strange about the Jubilee, however, was that it didn't really feel like a celebration of Britain. More like a wake for a Britain that used to exist but is no longer with us. The plethora of Beatles tribute acts that played in shires and villages up and down the country only seemed to add to an atmosphere that felt more melancholy than carnival-like. The fact that we basically no longer have proper functioning borders and that Englishness and Britishness has been watered down to such an extent that most feel the need to constantly apologise for being English or British made the whole event come off more as a damp squib than a bawdy knees-up. The rain that soaked the country on the final day of the commemoration was probably one of the only truly British things that will wholeheartedly survive if the Queen makes it to her next Jubilee in 10 years' time. To get exclusive content, early access, behind the scenes stuff, and to personally interact with me, please sign up for my community at pauljosephwatson.locals.com. Link in description, and thank you for your generous support.